why Kathy could be the murderer. You are going to want to sit down for this one because I have a lot to say about why Kathy Beale could be the killer. First of all, let's look at her individual trailer. She is literally brandishing a meat cleaver. She's the only one out of all the individual trailers to be holding a weapon, and the fact that she's cutting up pink tulips could symbolise that she kills to protect Linda. Now, before all of the individual trailers were released, in the episode before, each of the 6 women that the trailer was focused on was wearing black. But not Kathy. Kathy was wearing her signature colour of purple. So could that symbolise the fact that the other 5 women are the mourners or the witnesses of the death, whereas Kathy is actually the killer? Speaking of the colour purple, it actually symbolises power. Now, over the years, we have seen Kathy have her power slowly taken away from her by the men that she's been with. So could she end up lashing out at one of these men and regaining her power? Sticking to the theme of trailers, in Stacey Slater's individual trailer and the very first trailer that advertised the flash forward, we see her look over her right shoulder. Now, who is stood on her right in the flash forward? Kathy. So, could she be looking at the killer as if to say, oh my God, what have you done? Also in Stacey's individual trailer, the words "in a flash" are written on the mirror, but the S is a 5. Now, the 5th trailer to be released was Kathy's individual trailer, which makes us wonder if she is the 5th member of the 6th, and therefore the killer. Going on to the actual flash forward itself, we can see that Kathy's dress is torn, which means that she was probably involved in some kind of altercation. Now, over the past few months, even though Kathy is a lover and not a fighter, she has started not 1 but 2 fights in the Queen Vic in exactly the same spot that the murder happens. The first one was with Jo Cotton at her wedding reception, which could suggest that at Sharon's wedding reception, she also starts another fight, potentially with the victim. More recently, we saw her attack Nish after he manipulated her into selling the cafe to him, which could suggest, seeing as he's on the lineup of men to die, that she attacks him on Christmas Day. Now, the very observant of you may have noticed that in the flash forward, every single one of the 6 has their nails painted a shade of red. Now, for some of the characters, that is really out of character. But Kathy has had her nails painted red in almost every episode since 1985. So much so that in her day in the life video behind the scenes, actress Gillian Tailforth actually showed off the bottle of nail varnish that said Kathy's nail varnish. Now, is that a hint that that is something that we should be paying close attention to? Sticking with the theme of the flash forward, we see Kathy go up to a jukebox to play a song. Now, once they put all of the individual trailers together, they added a scene of a jukebox on the beginning, which could potentially suggest that the killer is someone who touches the jukebox, again pointing us towards Kathy. And finally, when Cindy Beale came back to the square, Ian ended up kicking Kathy, Rocky and Bobby out so that they had to go and move in with Sonia. Now, Bobby wasn't very happy with that because of the amount of true crime and murder documentaries that Sonia made them watch. Now, every girl, at least I have, has had their true crime era, and we have all thought that we could kill someone and get away with it. Now, with Kathy having consumed so much true crime media, could she be in her true crime girly era and end up thinking that she can get away with killing a man, or potentially using what she has learned to cover up the murder? But who could Kathy end up killing? Well, Rocky isn't really her favourite person at the moment, considering he did burn down her cafe and left her believing that she was responsible for her grandson's being in hospital. But she does still really love him, so whether or not she'll actually kill him remains to be seen. Although, after Kathy agreed to sell the cafe to Nish, she did send Rocky out to buy her some champagne, and the champagne that he came back with was the exact bottle that ends up broken in Denise's hands on Christmas Day. So could that point towards her killing him? Potentially. The second person that she could end up killing is Nish, and not just because he manipulated her into selling him the cafe. Over the summer, we saw Suki and Kathy get quite close, and we've also seen Nish subject Suki to some vile abuse over the past 18 months. And Kathy has also been through a similar thing when she was married to Gavin. So could she end up potentially seeing the signs on Christmas Day, or maybe even have Suki confide in her about what Nish has been doing and end up lashing out in retaliation to protect Suki? The third and final person that I think Kathy could end up killing is Dean. Obviously, we all saw her in the Flash Forward episode tell Linda that she would have a wall of friends around her to protect her should Dean ever come back.
And if that Dean does dare to show his face around here, you have got a wall of friends around you and make sure that he doesn't get anywhere near you.
And given that Kathy has been through similar experiences to Linda, I can totally see her killing Dean to protect Linda. Not only that, but after Kathy was raped by Wilmot Brown in 1988, she actually told the police.
If I'd have had a knife, I'd have killed him. I'd have killed him there and then.
And then when Wilmot Brown returned in 2017, she managed to get hold of a knife but was too frightened to use it. Given the fact that Dean has returned and Kathy is holding a knife in her trailer, could this symbolise that she will actually kill him? Let us know what you think. Did we pick up on anything that you'd maybe missed, or have you got anything that we haven't seen? Let us know.